And we're back. I'm Sam Morgan, this is Fast Features, and today we're talking Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. Kung Fu Panda is the story of Po, a panda who works in a noodle store but dreams of being a Kung Fu master. He idolizes the Furious Five, who are this group of ninja animals. So we've got Angelina Jolie as the tigress, Jackie Chan as the monkey, Seth Rogen as the mantis, Lucy Liu as the viper. And my MVP for the Furious Five is David Cross, who plays a really understated Crane. They're trained by the legendary Shifu, voiced by Dustin Hoffman. And Randall Duck Kim is Oogway, who's the sort of sensei above them all. From his humble beginnings as a noodle seller, Po is chosen to be the Dragon Warrior. This role is sort of responsible for protecting all of China, so it's kind of a big deal. And it's a role that the Furious Five were overlooked for. They were expecting probably Tigress to be appointed as the Dragon Warrior, and Shifu as their master is really dismayed and confused about Master Oogway's choice of Po the Panda. Nonetheless, he does agree to train Po, and while they're training and sort of building this camaraderie, Tai Lung, the film's villain, manages to escape prison. So Tai Lung's voiced by Ian McShane, and he is menacing and brilliant in the role. And Tai Lung's escape from prison is one of the most impressive scenes of the whole film. After quickly dispatching the Furious Five in another fantastic scene where they battle on a bridge, Tai Lung makes his way to the temple where he battles Master Shifu and easily accounts for his former sensei, and it's then that he duels it out with Po in the sort of final scenes of the film. So if we're comparing, Pixar to DreamWorks, the company that produced this film, the major point of difference is that Pixar, for some time now, since their first feature film Toy Story in 1995, have really been able to make films for universal audiences. So their movies are sort of evergreen. The humour isn't necessarily contemporarily based, and the characters have a depth to them and intersecting story arcs, and they're also at the forefront of the technology as well. So they've typically had movies, say for instance Finding Nemo in 2003 or Toy Story 3, where they've elevated the visual quality of the films. And as a rule, DreamWorks have been sort of a distant second, third in the two-horse race, I'm not sure. Their films have not been of the same calibre, but this particular movie is a deviation from the norm. And the things that make it such a strong film are all sort of steeped in the characters and their development. So we have Po on the one hand, who's this unassuming, self-deprecating panda, and he's unfit, and he isn't flexible, and he has all of these deficiencies, but he just tackles life with this positive and really likeable demeanour. And then on the other hand, we've got Tai Lung, and the introduction to Tai Lung is simply brilliant. Just the mention of his name strikes fear into Shifu, a character who, in only the previous scene, we'd seen easily account for the Furious Five. And the scene where Tai Lung escapes the prison, we actually see him employ a range of skills and attributes that would typically be reserved for the film's hero. So he was sort of being built up through his whole childhood by Shifu to be this hero, and there's this really beautiful scene where he escapes the prison. Thunder sort of claps in the background, and you see his shadow cast over the village in the next scene. He's genuinely in the conversation, for who's the best villain in animated history. I think certainly he's in the top three, and you could mount a case for probably half a dozen others. So if you've got any views on that, please leave your comments below. Additionally, if you know what animal Shifu is, I'd love to hear from you. I know that he's a rodent. I'm just not sure what specific type of rodent he is. I give this film an 8 out of 10, and I recommend it for all audiences. If you've got a moment, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.